What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Week 10 matchups. Last week, we had 8 out of the 14 matches. We picked the outcome correct. A lot better, 10 times better than Week 8. So let's jump into it. Our first matchup is Nashville SC versus Atlanta United. Currently, that is 3 against 6 there in the East. Nashville SC has kept the most clean sheets, but at the same time, Atlanta United are averaging 2 goals a game away. These two teams currently, Nashville, are 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 5, where Atlanta United are 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5. This is going to be a great matchup. I thought that this might be the game that we watch this weekend, but it is not, so stay tuned for that. But I think that this matchup, it's going to be a good one there at Geodis Park, but I think it ends in a 2-2 draw in Nashville. So that leads us into Columbus Crew versus Inter Miami. These two teams have not drawn the last 4 times that they have played each other. So it's either win or lose, which is cool. It's always good to not draw. But currently, Columbus are 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5, and Inter Miami are currently on a 5-game losing streak. They are very much struggling, and that is for sure. They haven't scored in their last 3 matches and haven't scored in their last 5 away matches. Now, I do believe that they score here, but they do not get the win. I think Columbus Crew win this game at home 2-1 over Inter Miami. So next up, we have DC United versus Charlotte FC. DC United have won their last 2 matches. They're on a 2-game winning streak, but so is Charlotte. So this is going to be a good matchup. Both of these teams are in pretty good form. DC United have scored 5 matches in their last 5 games, but really, they scored 4 of those goals in the last 2. Charlotte has scored 5 goals in their last 2 matches, but that 4-goal game that they had was against South Georgia in the U.S. Open Cup on Tuesday. That being said, they are at Audi Field, and I think that DC United, I'm going to jump on the train for DC United right now. The way that they're playing, they're getting the job done, and I think that they win this match over Charlotte 1-0 there at Audi Field. So moving on, we have Orlando City versus LA Galaxy. I told you, LA Galaxy fans, you were going to get that win last week, and they did it. Let's go. That's nice for them, but not so fast. Currently, Orlando City haven't had a clean sheet in 7 matches. LA Galaxy, though, have not scored in 3 away matches, and they haven't won in the last 5 away matches. Currently, Orlando City are 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5, where LA Galaxy is 1 win, 3 losses, and a draw in their last 5. I don't think that this is a great matchup for, it's just not going to be that great of a game in my opinion. And I actually believe that LA Galaxy go in and walk away from Orlando City with a point. And I think that this match ends in a 1-1 draw there in Orlando. So next up, we have Toronto FC against NYCFC. Toronto haven't won a match in the last 5 attempts, but they are unbeaten in their last 4 home matches. What a stat, right? NYCFC, though, haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 6 matches, and they haven't won an away match in their last 5. Currently, Toronto FC are 4 draws and a loss in their last 5 matches, where NYCFC are 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5. I think that Toronto finally get it done at home. I think this is going to be a better match than what we think because NYCFC are in the playoffs right now. They're pretty high. I think they're like 5th, and Toronto are like 12th in the East. Not a very good look for Toronto, but I think they get it done here. I think they get it done at home, and they win this match against NYCFC 2-0. So that takes us to Austin FC against San Jose Earthquake. Austin has not scored in their last 3 matches, and they haven't won in their last 5 matches. What is going on, Austin? Please, what is going on? We all thought that you guys would be at the top and you'd be winning games because of how good you all were last year, and there wasn't very many changes, but here we are. And then for San Jose, they haven't lost to Austin in the last 5 meetings. 2 wins, 3 draws. Currently, Austin are 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5, where the Earthquake are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. They are currently on a 2-game losing streak, and unfortunately, even though I am on the train for the Earthquake to make the playoffs this year, I actually think Austin get it done there at Q2 Stadium. Please don't let me down, Austin. I've picked you so many times to win, and you have been letting me down all year. But I think that it changes here this weekend, and I think they get a 3-1 win over the Earthquakes there at Q2 Stadium. Then we move to Chicago Fire versus New York Red Bull. Currently, Chicago are unbeaten in the last 6 matches at home, and the New York Red Bull haven't scored in the last 2 away matches for them, and they haven't won in the last 5 matches. So this is going to be a good one. I don't think that anything spectacular happens, but I believe that the Red Bull walk away with a point, and I also think that this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at Soldier Field. So next up, we have Sporting Kansas City versus CF Montreal. Sporting Kansas City have previously won the 2 matches against Montreal, but Montreal haven't scored in their last 5 away matches, and they haven't won in the last 5 away matches. Currently, Sporting Kansas City are 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5, where Montreal are 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5. I think, yes, Sporting Kansas City won their last match, but that was midweek against Tulsa Athletic and the U.S. Open Cup. So, really, they are not looking good against MLS teams, and I think that they are still struggling. And I think that Montreal go on the road here and win this matchup, and I think that they win very close, but I think they win 1-0 over Kansas City. So next up, we have St. Louis City against Portland Timbers. St. Louis City, what a crazy season this inaugural season is for them, and I'm loving every second of it. But they haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 5 matches. Timber, though, have not won an away game in their last 7 attempts. Currently, St. Louis are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5, where Portland are 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5. I think this is an easy one for St. Louis. I think that they get the job done at home, and I actually think that they get a clean sheet here. I think they beat Portland 3-0 there in St. Louis. So that takes us to Real Salt Lake versus Seattle Sounders. This is a weird stat. Real Salt Lake haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 14 matches. That is a very long streak. I wonder if that is currently the longest streak without a team going with a clean sheet. Another cool stat is Real Salt Lake and Seattle Sounders have not drawn a match against each other in their last 7 meetings together. So it's been a win or loss. Either way, I think that continues here. Seattle Sounders are averaging 1.9 goals a game, and I think that they surpassed that in this match, which is not really by a lot. But I actually think that they go on the road here against Real Salt Lake and win this match 2-1, and it's going to be a close one. I think it might be a late goal, but I'm still going with Seattle 2-1 over Real Salt Lake. So for our final match on Saturday, we have Vancouver Whitecaps versus Colorado Rapids. Vancouver Whitecaps haven't scored in their last 2 matches, and Colorado Rapids have lost their last 5. Currently, Vancouver are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5. Unfortunately for Colorado, I think that their losing streak continues, and I believe Vancouver win this match at home 1-0 over the Rapids. So for our last match of the weekend on Sunday, it's Minnesota United versus FC Dallas. Minnesota and FC Dallas have not drawn in their last 4 matches against each other. FC Dallas, though, have scored 6 goals in their last 5 matches. Currently, Minnesota United are 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5, where FC Dallas are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5. I think that FC Dallas go on the road here against Minnesota United and win, and I actually think that they get a clean sheet on the road, and I think that they win this match 2-0 over Minnesota United. Last but not least, we have the match that we are watching together on Saturday, and that is New England Revs versus FC Cincinnati. 1 versus 2 in the East. It's going to be a great matchup. New England Revolution have FC Cincinnati's number right now. In the last 6 matches, the Revs have won 5 and they've drawn 1, so they are unbeaten against Cincinnati. They are at home at Gillette Stadium. Currently, the Revs are 3 wins and 2 draws in the last 5, and FC Cincinnati are 4 wins and a loss in their last 5. I think this is going to be a great matchup, and I think that we're going to see 5 goals here. I think that the Revs will win at home over the Cincinnati, and I think it's going to be a 3-2 victory there at Gillette Stadium. So that is it for our Match 10 predictions. Please tell me down below what your predictions are, and give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content, and we'll see you for that Revs versus FC Cincinnati matchup on Saturday.